Hey guys, and welcome to this episode of the Bad Idea Bros. So in the last episode you saw me getting the wee NBC110 Super Cub running. That was definitely a win, and hopefully by the end of today I'll have this bike back together. Now, since that last episode I have gone through the big box of parts that came with this bike properly, and I've found a couple of things missing. So I've got no seat, I've got no chrome backing rail, I'm not really sure what it's called, the basket part that goes on the back of the bike there, and I've got no chain guard. Thankfully I've managed to find those bits online, so I've ordered them and they are coming, so as soon as they're arrived that'll be the bike done. But guys, that's not going to stop me from continuing on at the moment, so the plan now is to basically keep going, see how many of the plastics and stuff that we can get sorted on this bike, and hopefully get it mostly back together. Let's dive into this thing. Rightio guys, so you've just seen me fit the headlight bucket, the indicators and the horn to the front of the bike. This is the headlight itself. As you can see, there's no globe or anything in here at the moment, but because these are just a standard H4, what I can actually use is this guy. So this is an ultra blue, super bright light, and just goes in like so, and then you've got your wee hinging bracket that clips like that. And that's it. That's a headlight installed. So because it's a blue globe, it is legal, but it will probably be considerably brighter than the standard item, which will be great. So we'll go and fit this on the bike and carry on with the build. Well guys, that's got this thing looking way better than it was. So it's funny how quickly it comes together with a few plastics. They're not too bad, they're actually in reasonably good condition, so I'm just going to run it as is for now. But those leg fairings on the front of it, it just looks great. It's definitely an iconic look with these bikes, and I'm really happy with how this thing's coming up. So yeah, give you a quick look at the bike and we'll move on. So it's definitely looking more the part now with all the plastics on. We've got the headlight, indicators and horn are all back on it now. We've got that nice blue globe in there, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But it's all pretty much back together. So as mentioned, I am still waiting for the seat and the tray at the back and the chain guard, of course, so there's not much point trying to do anything with that at the moment. But they shouldn't be far away, so hopefully we'll be able to move on soon. Hey guys, so it's a new day, and the parts I've been waiting on to continue the Super Cub, the NBC110, have arrived. So let's crack into these things and try and get the bike back to complete. Alright guys, so as mentioned, the parts have arrived. So we've got the new seat. In this box is the rear tray, the metal tray thing. and that is the new chain guard. So that should be pretty much everything that we're waiting on. Ooh. Do that. Alright guys, so these are the main three parts I was waiting for. So we've got the replacement chain guard. None of these are new, they're all second-hand bits, but they look to be in pretty good condition. The rear tray, rack thing, and a seat. A little bit of damage on this one, but again, it's, you know, it's good enough. So now we've got those, we can fit them to the bike. Let's get into this. Well guys, there we have it. I've got the wee Super Cub back in one piece now. The only thing it's missing are the mirrors. I think they are in a box of leftover bits still, so I'll have a look, chuck them on, see how we go. But let's give you a look at this bike, guys, now that it's all back in one piece. So I'm very happy with how this little thing is looking now. The chain guard and the seat and the tray on the back has just tidied it right up. So, like I said, nothing is new on this bike. There's still some worn parts and whatnot. The tyres are still junk. They're going to need to be replaced. There is a little bit of rust coming through on this tray. Seat's got a wee tear in it. But this one doesn't need to be perfect. I just basically want to use it to commute for now. But really, really happy. It starts, it runs. Now I can actually give it a ride. So what's the plan for this one? The plan is literally just to use it. I'm going to use it as a commuter for a while, see how that motor goes. Like I said, when we started this thing up last episode, there was a bit of a rattle in it. I'm not super concerned about it. Might just need some adjustments or something. We'll figure that out in the wash once we've been using it. But guys, I'm really happy with it. It's come up really well. Looks good. Actually looks a bit better in film than it is in real life. The plastics are a little scraped up, a little used, but it's an older bike. It is what it is. But guys, that's it for now. I'll see how this thing goes and come back to it after that. Right guys, so I've now had the Super Cub on the road for a couple of weeks and it's been fantastic. It hasn't missed a beat. So it hasn't really changed since you last saw it, it's just been getting used. The only thing I have put on are the Oxford mirrors, a set of oval Oxford mirrors. Really great mirrors and I can see a lot behind me with those, which is good. They get around my shoulders okay. Now, there's a couple of things that bother me with the bike, pretty much purely cosmetic. The rear suspension, which I probably mentioned in the build episode, it's all rusty and just nasty looking, so I plan to pull that off and give that a refurb. Same with the gear lever there, or gear shifter. bit of rust just from wear, not stopping the bike from doing what it should. It just basically stops it looking as good as I think it should. So guys, that's pretty much what we're going to do today. We'll rip the rear suspension off, we'll rip the lever off, give them a degrease and a clean up. Basically give them some coat of paint, a bit of clear coat to make it look good. And if I've got time, the next thing I want to do is address an exhaust leak that this thing has. So it's got just a wee pop out of the manifold there. That just indicates that the gasket's worn, and if I'm taking it off to fix that, I may as well take the whole exhaust off and do a refurb on that, because that's also looking a bit tired. So that'll probably be it for this one, but you guys know me, I've always got something up my sleeve, so we'll see where we end up with the wee thing. Well guys, I am really happy with how that all came up today. So the exhaust has had a nice ceramic coat. I cleaned up the chrome cover that's on there. It's obviously got that big scrape on it, but like I said, this bike doesn't need to be perfect. But the suspension, wow, what a difference. The rusty springs were really letting down the look of this bike, and I decided to go for a color change to black, and I'm glad I did, because I think it really suits the bike. It's come up very well. But guys, that's as far as I'm going to go with this episode, with this little thing. Just as a little teaser, I have decided to do 2 more modifications to the bike. As mentioned, the tyres are buggered. They're no good on this bike at all, so they need to be replaced. I haven't got them yet. They're still coming, so as soon as they arrive, I'll fit them to the bike. But there's one other mod that I've decided I want to do to this thing just to make it a bit different. But that's a story for next time, guys. So thanks as always for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.